Hey folks, welcome back to the Messy Life with Abhinav. And this is sort of like a follow up to the latest video that I put up on the channel, which talks about the aftermath of Operation Sindoor that was conducted by India earlier this week, and what the aftermath of that was throughout the entire week as the Pakistani military forces they initiated some retaliatory measures and India's response to that, which all culminated in an apparent ceasefire earlier today that was then violated. Just you know, the ceasefire happened in the afternoon. The violations occurred later on during the night at 8:40 p.m. local time, and I just wanted to cover something that I wasn't able to get to in that video. One of the many uh, defamatory accusations made by Pakistan throughout the week was that the Indian military forces were targeting mosques and civilians inside of Pakistan, which is demonstrably false. There is absolutely no evidence whatsoever that they have given or that can be found on social media, even that any mosques were actually destroyed or that any civilians were particularly targeted by the Indian airstrikes that occurred inside of Pakistan, taking out their various bases and other facilities and terrorist launch pads and whatever. Pakistan made that claim, and then with their ceasefire violations, what did they do? They not only attacked civilian targets all along the border in Jammu and Kashmir, in Punjab, and in Rajasthan, but they also targeted specific holy sites within India, especially in Jammu and Kashmir. At the top is the Vaishno Devi Mandir in Katra, and there is also the Shankaracharya Mandir, which is also in Jammu and Kashmir. These are two of the most, you know, holiest of sites within India. Vaishno Devi is right up on the mountains in Katra, and it is a place that I've been to many times in my own life. Ever since I was just a little kid, my parents used to take me there every few years. Although the last time I was there was probably like I don't know, 16, 17 years ago, something like that, or maybe earlier than that even. I'm forgetting. It's been a long time since I've been there. But Vaishno Devi, it occupies a very important place in in Hindu culture, in Hindu religion, everything. It is tens of thousands of people travel there every single day, and to knowingly target with prejudice these two important holy sites when they themselves claim that India is doing this, it speaks to the double-faced nature of the Pakistani military and the government. Essentially, the government has lost control of the military. That is what I'm believing, because there is no way that it's just, it beggars belief what is going on. All right, everything they accuse us of, they are the ones who are doing it. Again, I will reiterate, India has only undertaken retaliatory measures against specific targets that were carrying out strikes against Indian assets. All right, you have to understand that before we can have any further conversation on this topic. And then again, targeting Indian holy sites, which are full of tourists throughout the day, throughout the year. Probably during at this time, there was probably little to no footfall. I hope to God, because I cannot imagine that kind of a terror situation where you're going to a holy place, it's late at night or whatever, you're living somewhere nearby, and there are explosions in the air high above as the Indian defense systems engage all these drone attacks and everything. So again, Pakistan has lost its collective mind. The Pakistani army chief, he's acting like a mad dog, and who do I blame? Everybody. Donald Trump is the worst. You know, He jumped the gun on the ceasefire announcement. He took that away from India, from Pakistan, even I would say, and he made matters worse. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, these people are not serious people. Vice President J.D. Vance, these are, once again, they are two-faced bastards, and we shouldn't have anything to do with them. But just, the way the world works, we are forced to. We have to, we have to negotiate and work with the idiots across the border, right in our backyard, and we have to work with these idiots across the pond in the US. It's a complete mess. But once again, going back to the lies that Pakistan has been spreading, and their own, disastrous anti-moralistic actions, it exposes who they really are. A nation of cowards. The people themselves, they are not to blame. They are being brainwashed by their government, by their military, by the intelligence agencies. This is a point I made in my video earlier as well, and I'm making that point again. People need to understand what the hell is going on. Okay? Pakistan agreed to a ceasefire, they begged for it, and then they committed violations of that ceasefire agreement. And I don't know what the hell is going on anymore there in that country. Like, there is literally like no sane person left, either in the government or in the military, and they're all just like, running around with like headless chickens. And it's just a complete mess, and we have to clean up this damn mess. And we shouldn't have to. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.